Everyone is making mistakes, nobody is perfect, and always the reserve to improve the efficiency of the product is always on both sides. So listen what the other side has to say about you. Hey there, Andrzej here from Glorian Technologies, talking about the common mistakes that people do when outsourcing their software development. And today I'm going to talk about not providing the feedback, or not properly providing the feedback. The transparency and trust is actually one of the biggest and most important pillars of your relationship with your future or existing outsourcing vendor, and feedback helps to keep this relationship healthy. It's actually the entire scope and information on how to properly provide the feedback is beyond the scope of this video. So if you don't know anything about it, you better go and read some materials, some books or articles about it. I'm only going to mention one rule here and three biggest mistakes. So the most important rule of providing the feedback: make it as constructive and objective as possible. Forget about all of the emotions and focus solely on the facts and the information, the objective information. All right. So don't say things like I don't know, you're doing a bad job, or our code is horrible. Those words, they don't carry absolutely any objective information. The only thing that they carry are your emotions. And as a matter of fact, the only thing that those words create is the pressure, is the emotional pressure, nothing else. So instead of those words, say something like, according to information that we have, the quality of the product is below our standards and continues to deteriorate. We have, in the last release, we had 25% more critical defects than in the previous one, out of which 5 were found in production. So this information carries absolutely objective information. It detaches emotionally you, as a person providing a feedback, emotionally detaches from the problem. You're operating with the facts. It tells the other side the information on what to focus their efforts on and what actually needs to be fixed in order to make things right. Okay? Now to the mistakes. So one of the biggest mistakes is do not provide the spontaneous feedback when under certain level of emotions, or as a result of some negative event or something. Usually what happens, you would just, instead of providing a feedback, you will just vent out under the disguise of the feedback. And again, it's not going to be objective, it's not going to be constructive. So simple thing here, always keep this 24-hour rule. And when you think it through, when you cool down, then look at the rule that I provided, and give the feedback as constructively and objectively as possible. The second biggest mistake here is always that people, the clients, usually do not seek the feedback about themselves. They're only focused on providing the feedback. Always seek a feedback about yourself. You're gonna be surprised, but you may find, when you do this, you may find very unpleasant but very constructive truth, and you'll find the ways to improve the product efficiency, the project efficiency. Everyone is making mistakes, nobody is perfect, and always the reserve to improve the efficiency of the product is always on both sides. So listen what the other side has to say about you. So, and third most important mistake here is that don't wait to provide feedback until the problem is already big enough that there is no other way around other than to have a difficult conversation with your outsourcing vendor. Instead, make a rule to provide the feedback on predefined intervals, like for example every 2 or 3 months. If you wait, basically when you wait until the problem grows, you're being reactive. So you're always reacting to the problem, so you're always behind. If you maintain specific intervals on having those honest conversations and providing the proper feedback both ways with your vendor, you're going to be proactive. You're going to be determining the problems and issues before they grow too big or before they appear at all. So it's going to be to the best interest for the both of you to improve the efficiency of the product, of the project that you're running with your outsourcing vendor. All right, so I hope it's going to be a little bit helpful for you in your with your existing or future relationship with your outsourcing vendor. All right, and if anything, let me know. Would be happy to hear back from you, and stay tuned, and I will see you next time.